Hi guys, today we are going to see VPC subnet, route table, NAT gateway, internet gateway. Like in previous video, I have explained how we can use the VPC to create instance. What is the VPC? What is subnet? What is route table and NAT gateway and internet gateway? That I have explained. Now that was the basic, and now how we can create the new VPC and accordingly subnet NAT subnet route table and we can attach the NAT gateway and internet gateway to the subnet. So in corporate world, we need to create the new VPC and we need to define our own subnet, like some private subnet, some public subnet, because many instance that is especially what is DB instance is there that should be remain in the private subnet. It should not be in public subnet so that database cannot be accessed publicly. Okay, so we just go through the concept like how we can start creating our own VPC subnet and all. So whatever default VPC created by AWS, that is like this. Like there should be one region. Inside the one region there will be one VPC, and that VPC there will be some CIDR like IP range, and that IP range will be divided in three subnet. uh, that all the subnets should will be in a respective availability zone. Like we need to create one subnet in one availability zone. Like that, like this, it has created by AWS. I have shown in last video, and all the subnet is connected by the internet gateway to access the internet. But this is not working. This infrastructure will not work in the in the organization. Like if we are working in any organization, any company, so that way this infrastructure is not working. So what is working, that we will see here. Like we have to divide our VPC CIDR range in different subnet. Like we should have the public subnet as well as private subnet. Like some instance, some server should be in the private subnet, and some server like whatever web server is there, that should be in public subnet so that people can access whatever URL, like suppose google.com, and any URL whatever we are configuring, that should be in public subnet, so that public can access the URL. There is some different concept for load balancer, and that I will explain later. But now we are just explaining the VPC and the subnet and route table and that basic infrastructure. So like we should define the public subnet and private subnet. Public subnet should be directly connected to the internet gateway. So, like we can access the internet using the internet gateway. But whatever private subnet is there, that should be connected through the NAT gateway. And from NAT gateway, connection will go to internet gateway, and from internet gateway it should go to internet. So what is the benefit the using of NAT gateway? Like in using NAT gateway, only one way traffic will be there. One, like if you want to access internet from the server, we can access using the NAT gateway. But if from internet, if you want to access some resources in the EC2 instance, which is available in private subnet, that we can't access using from the internet. So like private subnet is used basically to reside the some instance for DB instance mostly. Okay, so like that, we have to create private subnet, the public subnet. But for the high availability, we are creating at least two private subnet and two public subnet. Suppose just we are taking one BP. Suppose we are taking one BPC CI there, like 192.168.1.0 that I am taking as a BPC CIDR. So we need to create two private subnet and two public subnet. So why we are creating two private and two public? That is for HA. So that if if suppose something happen in subnet 1, so subnet 2 will be available for HA. Same way we have to create for the public subnet as well. We can create more than two also, but for the basic, I'm just considering like we have to create two private and two subnet. So we will divide this CIDR in four subnet. So I have divided this one like one. This is divided up to 192.168.1.026 assigned to private subnet 1, and 1.64 is assigned to the private subnet 2. 1.128.26 will be public subnet 1, and 1.192 will be in public subnet 2. Okay, so what is the like how it will create? So it will be private subnet to private subnet, two private subnet, both will have a different route table, and both should be connected using the NAT gateway. And two public subnet that will connect using the internet gateway, and their route table will be same. Okay, so this we are going to configure in the AWS account. Okay, so I have logged in my AWS account. So we will go, suppose we are going to North Virginia region. Okay, so we will create one VPC. Okay, now AWS has introduced like after BBC we have to create the subnet and route table and attach the with internet gateway, NAT gateway. So if you select the BBC and more, everything you can define here, and it will create from one BBC to four subnet, two subnet private, two subnet public, and it will create the route table, two public subnet for one public route table, and two private is two different, and it will public will come to internet gateway, and this private will be connected to the NAT gateway, like that. But here we are going through basics, so we will create VPC first, and later we will define the subnet, route table, and all we will going to create here. So we have selected VPC. So just I'm taking test VPC. Okay, CI I'm defining 192.168.1.0, and it should be 24. Okay. IPv6 I'm not taking now. Okay, and name test VPC. Okay, so we have created a. Okay. Okay, so our VPC is ready. This is I've created the VPC. Okay, so same way we'll go to subnet, and we will create two private subnet and two public subnet. Okay, create the subnet. Okay, so VPC we need to select the test VPC whatever we created. So here I'm selecting the private subnet. I'm connecting now, creating. Okay, and this should be suppose in 1A availability zone I'm selecting, and here it should be 192.168.1.0, and it should be 26. Okay, and I've just created one private subnet. Okay, it has created. We'll create same way private subnet 2. Okay, and availability zone will be 1B, and it should be 192.168.1.0, and it should not 1 dot, it should be 1.64. Okay, and it should be CIDR 26. Okay, like that. Okay, okay, and just create this one. Okay, same way we will create two public subnet. Okay, public subnet 1, preferences should be 1A, and it should be 192.168.1.192. Okay, sorry, 19, not 128. Okay, and this is it, 26. Okay, public subnet 1. Let me copy this one. Okay, same way we will create the subnet 2 as well. Preferences should be 1B for the HA, and .1.192 and 26. Okay. Okay. So now we have created, suppose, sorry. Okay. So two private subnet and two public subnet we have created now. Now we will going to create the route table. So route table, we will create one route table for public. So public route table. Okay, and VPC, select the VPC here, create one public route table. Okay, and subnet association will going to associate the subnet here. So like, okay, so here this is public, so public and public subnet I have. Okay, associated here. Okay, and we will create two private route table. One, go for this one, we'll create, and same way okay, and the subnet association we will see attach the private subnet 1 here. Okay, and go to again and create the route table 2. This will be here, create the route table and associate the private subnet 2. So why we created two private route table? Like suppose if we create the NAT gateway, so there should be two NAT gateway always, because suppose if something happen in subnet 1, so for private subnet 2 should respond with a different NAT gateway. Okay, so we have created route table also. Now to go from private subnet to the internet, we have to create the NAT gateway, and from public subnet to internet, we have to go attach the internet gateway. So internet gateway is already there, so I am just attaching public route table with the same internet gateway. Okay, go to route here. Okay, and edit route and add the route. Okay, so 00, and it will be internet gateway. Okay, internet gateway. Okay, for this subnet, internet gateway is not there, so we have to create first internet gateway, and then we can attach internet gateway. Okay, internet gateway. Okay, I just created one internet gateway. Okay, and I will just go to route table here. Okay, and this is public route table, and I will go to route, edit route, add route, internet gateway. Sorry, it has not updated here. So let me update here. Oh, it's not showing internet gateway here. Why it is not showing internet gateway here? It's so here internet gateway, but not there. Okay, let me check why it is not showing here. Okay, this internet gateway is not attached with the VPC. First, we have to attach this internet gateway to the VPC. Then only it will be available for the subnet. Okay, so we have attached now with the VPC, and after that we will go to route table, public route table, and here route and edit route, and add route here and internet gateway. It will save my internet gateway and save changes. Okay. So public route table I have attached here. Now I will go to NAT gateway. Okay, there is no NAT gateway. Create NAT gateway. Okay, so I'm just creating NAT gateway. Okay, and I'm just selecting the subnet private subnet one. I'm selecting just okay, and there is two type of NAT gateway also. One is public. Public NAT gateway is like from instance to NAT gateway one connection, and from NAT gateway to it will connect to the internet gateway, and from there it will go to internet. Okay, so that is public NAT gateway, and private NAT gateway will not connect with the internet gateway. It will connect using the some different internal mechanism that I will explain later. So I'm selecting this public NAT gateway. Okay, and it should have one elastic IP. Elastic IP I have not explained. Like there is two type IP concept in AWS. One is public IP, one is elastic IP. So if we will launch any instance with the public IP, so one IP public IP will attach to the instance. Okay, but if we'll reboot the instance like server, so our public IP will change. So public IP is randomly assigned to instance in AWS. Okay, but if we'll create the elastic IP, so elastic IP will not change. If I will reboot also instance, elastic IP will not change. So I'm just allocating one elastic IP here. Yeah, elastic IP allocated. Okay, so I created one NAT gateway. Okay, so NAT gateway I have created, and I will just go to route table private route table. Okay, suppose I am just in private route table one. I am just attaching here. Okay, go to here and NAT gateway. Here go to where NAT gateway, and NAT gateway is available. Save. Okay. Okay, so that way our infrastructure is ready now. Like we have created one VPC, and we created four subnet, two private and two public subnet, and both the private subnet we have created one route table, public route table, and we have attached that route table to the with the internet gateway. Same way we have created one NAT gateway, and only private subnet one I connected with the NAT gateway. I have not created another NAT gateway, so only private subnet one can be accessed using the internet. Okay, using the NAT gateway, it will go to from server to traffic. It will go to NAT gateway. From NAT gateway, traffic will go to internet gateway. and from internet gateway it will go to the internet. Okay, so we are going to deploy server now, and we'll check how it is working. Okay, so to create the server we have to go to EC2. Okay, I don't have any instance here, so I will create one instance now. Okay, so one instance I will create from uh, okay, so suppose I'm test public instance. I'm creating one, and one I will create a private instance. So I'm just creating Windows instance. Windows instance will be suppose T2 micro is okay, and I will go for the 2016 base. Okay, in any OS you can select, but I'm just selecting the 2016. And key, we don't have any key, so I'm creating one key. Test key I'm creating here. Okay, test key RSA. Okay, I've created one test key. Network I need to select because that is selecting before default VPC. We need to create our test VPC, and subnet I'm just selecting private, not public, subnet 1. Okay, public subnet 1, and I need to get one public IP to connect here. I've just connected the public IP. Okay, so security group, what is security group? In security group you have to define like from where you want to access and which port you want to access. Suppose I am just allowing one inbound traffic like RDP. I'm enabling RDP port is 3389, and that should be accessible from anywhere. If you want to open for all, so you can select anywhere, but I don't want to open to all. I just connected my IP so that I can only take RDP to the system, nobody can take. Okay, so I just allowed RDP here, and it should be 30 GB. That is okay. And you have to select. You can select. This is disk size, disk type. Okay, disk type is GP2, GP3. Both is available. So now earlier we used to GP2, but now we are using GP3 because GP3 is cheaper compared to GP2 now with the higher IOPS. I will explain IOPS later, and this disk type, storage type, I will explain later in next video. I'm just selected GP3 here, 30 GB, and I'm launching my instance. Okay, and same way I will launch one privately. Okay, private as well. Okay, this is test private. Okay, so this will I will again go to 2016 OS. Okay, it's 2016 base. Okay, T2 micro is okay. Keep here whatever I have created just now test. So I will select that one, and okay, here you have to network setting. That okay, that is okay. Allow RDP. Okay, but VPC you need to select. Okay, VPC you need to select where you want to run. Okay, network. Okay, go to edit here. Here you need to select the our whatever we created the VPC, and subnet will be suppose private subnet I am collecting. I don't want like it's accessible from the outside of word. Okay, so this instance would be in private subnet, public IP I don't want. Okay, and security group I have not created any security group. Okay, I will select okay, I will create security group. Suppose I am creating here private. Okay, private security I have created. Okay, whatever RDP from, now I am putting from we can't take RDP from here. We have to check the whatever IP it allocated to the, I will configure later. I just am putting my IP. Okay, here actually this instance I want to access whatever public instance I have created. Okay, so that is suppose GP3 I'm selecting, and I'm just launching this instance. Okay, okay, so we have created two instances. One is public, one is private. Okay, so it will take some time to initialize this status check. Okay. Okay, both are in availability zone 1 only. That is no, because we have selected one is private subnet 1 and one is public subnet 1. Okay, so let me just okay, let it initialize first, then we will try to access. Okay, from my system. This is public IP, and this we have not selected any public IP. This is in private subnet, so it is showing only private IP, not public IP. Okay. Okay, so here a status check that I will explain in later video. What is a status check? There are two types of status checks. Okay, you can go here. You can check here. One is system status check and one is instance status check. Okay, so these things I will explain in the coming video. What is the this one is status checks and disk type, what we are taking, and IOPS. What is IOPS? That I will explain in later video. Just let it complete the status check. I will just connect this public server, and using public server, from public server I will just connect with private subnet, a private server. Okay, so public subnet IP we got. Okay, so for private subnet I'm just changing the security groups. Okay, security groups, what I will give here. I edit inbound rule. I will this inbound outbound rule I will explain later in coming video. uh, Public IP is this one, suppose this one. Okay, so I want this server RDP, this private server RDP from the public server. Public server IP I already copied here. Okay, so just saved here. Okay. Okay, so status check is ready now for the this uh, test public server. Okay, so public IP is this one, and before that we have to get the password in AWS. Using the key we need to get the password. Okay, so for getting password, just select the instance and connect and go to RDP client, and here is the get password. Click the get password and upload the private key, whatever private key. Test, it will show the key name also here. It is showing test now. So go to upload private key here and go to whatever location you have downloaded and test. Okay, and decrypt the password. It has given one password here. Okay, so I'm just copying this password here. Okay, and just go to mstsc. Okay, remote desktop connection. Okay, so I'm just taking here remote desktop connection. Okay. Okay, and username is administrator. By default it should be administrator. Okay. Okay, and password copy from here. Okay, I am taking RDP, or public instance I am taking RDP. Okay, so I have taken the RDP, server is available now. Okay, and meanwhile just we will check like what is the status of another server. Another server is refresh here. Yeah, that server is also ready. Okay, so this private subnet private server IP I have copied. Now I will take RDP that server from this server. Okay, server is still initializing, so that is coming. Okay, so here we need to take the password for the server, test private server. Same way, go to connect, click on connect, go to RDP client. Here is the get password. Get the password. Key is same. Decrypt the password. Here is the password. Okay. Here is administrator. So I will go here and I will just put the administrator. Okay. And password from here I will take, and password I've taken. Okay. So we are now accessing private server from the public server. We have launched two server. One is in private subnet, one is public subnet. So we have accessed the public subnet server, and from public server we are now trying to access the private server. So it is accessible now. Okay, so you can see here one is public server, and inside that we have access the private server. Okay, so this server has been launched in the private subnet. So for private subnet, and we need to check the internet is working or not, because public subnet we have connected with the internet gateway. So this server is accessing from internet. So internet is working by default, but I'm just still opening the Google. Okay, these things I will explain in later video, like what is internet setting and how we can disable enhanced security. Okay, so Google has opened. Okay, and from private instance also we will we can open access the internet. Okay, so let me open Google here again. It is taking a longer time to open. Let's see if it is working or not working. uh, it will not work. Why it will not work? We have created the NAT gateway, right? We have created the NAT gateway, but NAT gateways will be should attach with the internet gateway that we have not attached. So we are unable to get the internet access. Okay. So NAT gateway should be attached with the internet gateway, then only we can access the internet. Okay, so NAT gateway we have created in the same VPC. Okay, just here to just check. Okay, so it is taking longer time. So maybe something I have not configured, or this should work. Okay, okay. Just a second. Okay. Okay, so by default, NAT gateway, whatever we have created in one VPC, so it should be accessible. It will connect using internet gateway with the help of VPC. Okay, so if you see the NAT gateway, there is one public IP associated with this. Okay, so let me check in which subnet we have attached the NAT gateway. Okay, NAT gateway we have attached in private. Okay, so in NAT gateway we attached in private network, and we created the instance in a private subnet only. Okay, private subnet only. Okay, so it should work. But why it is not working here? Okay, okay, okay. Ideally, it should work. I will check and I will explain this in coming video. Okay, why it is not working? Okay, I will explain in coming video. Okay, so we have created one public subnet, public server, and one private server. From public server we have accessed the private server. Okay, uh, okay, that is from this topic. So we have explained everything, like how in any organization configuring the VPC, subnet, route table, and all the things infrastructure. We have launched also one server in the public subnet and one server in a private subnet, and we have accessed the server, a private server from public server. Okay, okay, that is from this video. We will explain another thing, like what is the storage type, what is IOPS, what is instance type, and which disk we need to attach, which is cheaper, which is having a higher IOPS, and those things I will explain in the coming video. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe this video, and wait for another video. Thank you for watching.